一二三，一二三，一二三。
同传试音，同传试音。
外交部，外交部。 各位记者朋友，大家下午。
Friends from media, good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. Now I'm ready to take your questions.
发言人总台央视
CCTV. This morning, the opening ceremony of the 2026 World AI Conference and high-level meeting on global AI governance was held in Shanghai. President Xi Jinping has delivered a keynote speech and sharing 4 observations on global AI governance. Could you offer more information? How will China contribute to better global AI governance? President Xi Jinping attended in Shanghai the opening ceremony of the 2026 World AI Conference and high-level meeting on global AI governance this morning, and delivered a keynote speech titled "Joining Hands to Build a Just and Equitable System for Global AI Governance." As President Xi noted, today, major changes unseen in the century are accelerating across the world. The new round of technological revolution and industrial transformation is advancing at a faster pace, and the world has entered an unprecedented period of active innovation on AI. All this carries within it great opportunities as well as challenges to governance. In China's view, all countries should take a people-centered approach and develop AI for the positive and for good. We should ensure that AI is an important driver for shared prosperity and common security. We should join hands to build a just and equitable system for global AI governance. President Xi shared four observations to this end. Adhere to the principle of openness and win-win and boost innovation-driven development. Strengthen risk awareness and ensure that AI is secure and controllable. Encourage inclusiveness and promote mutual learning between civilizations. Advocate solidarity and improve global governance. President Xi stressed that, as a responsible major country, China is always committed to providing international public goods relating to AI and has been contributing steadily to global AI governance. Thanks to the joint efforts of various parties, the World AI Cooperation Organization has come into being in Shanghai. To further support global AI development and advance global AI capacity building, in the next 5 years, China will provide developing countries with 5,000 opportunities in AI training and seminar programs. Develop international AI application cooperation centers with ASEAN, the League of Arab States, AU, the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, and Shanghai Cooperation and BRICS, and enable 30 countries to use the AI-powered material logic warning system, or MATSU. China is ready to be more open, take more practical actions, and assume a more visionary prospect. We're ready to work with all parties to seize opportunities of AI and meet the challenges, and join hands to create a better future for humanity. President of Kazakhstan, Tokayev, Prime Minister of Cambodia, Hun Net, Prime Minister of Thailand, Anutin Chanvirakul, and UN Secretary General Guterres delivered remarks. They extended warm congratulations on the signing ceremony of the agreement on the establishment of the WAICO held in Shanghai, spoke highly of China's contributions to advancing global AI governance, and responded positively to the initiatives and steps put forward by President Xi. A chaired statement of the 2026 World Artificial Intelligence Conference and high-level meeting on global AI governance has been released. Next question, please.
谢谢发言人。澎湃新闻提问：昨天成立世界人。
Yesterday, the signing ceremony of the agreement on the establishment of the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization was held in Shanghai. How does China view significance, and what's the relationship between the organization and the AI governance platform under the UN framework? On July the 16th, the signing ceremony of the agreement on the establishment of the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, WAICO, was held in Shanghai. On behalf of the Chinese government, member of the Political Bureau of the City Central Committee and the Minister of Foreign Affairs Wang Yi attended the ceremony and signed the agreement. Representatives from 29 countries, including Kazakhstan, Laos, Pakistan, Russia, and Indonesia, signed the agreement as founding members. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres and other representatives from various countries and international organizations also attended the ceremony. China always acts on the global AI governance initiative put forward by President Xi Jinping, takes a people-centered approach, and develops AI for the positive and for good so as to promote the global AI governance. Just as President Xi said this morning at the opening ceremony of the 2026 World AI Conference and high-level meeting on global AI governance, the establishment of WIECO in Shanghai is a major move by China to answer the call of the Global South and unite the international community together to promote vigorously AI development and governance. It will be an important milestone in the history of AI development. China is committed to advancing global AI governance under the UN framework, promoting the adoption of the UN General Assembly resolution on enhancing international cooperation on capacity building of AI by consensus, and supporting the implementation of the Global Digital Compact and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. As the next step, China will work with the founding members for the early operation of the organization. Advocating for establishing WIECO is another vivid practice of China's efforts to build a community with a shared future for humanity and implement the Global Governance Initiative. China will work with various parties to follow the purposes of the UN Charter, act on the vision of extensive consultation and joint contribution for shared benefit, take the people-centered approach, and enhance alignment and coordination on AI development strategies, governance rules, and technical standards, so as to strengthen international cooperation and global governance on AI, promote the sound and ordered development of AI, and make sure it is a force for good, safety, and fairness. Next one, please.
Good afternoon. A question from Reuters.
路透社，美国总统特朗普公开了情报，展示了中国干预美国选举。尽管美国情报评估并没有发现相应证据，请问外交部对此有何评论？特朗普的言论是否会影响中美关系？
美方的有
The U.S. allegations have no factual ground and are aimed at developing China. Similar accusations have long been proved to be unfounded. China adheres to the principle of non-interference in other countries' internal affairs. We have no interest in interfering in the U.S. elections and have never done so. By contrast, who has wantonly interfered in other countries' internal affairs, conducted indiscriminate surveillance of governments, businesses, and the general public worldwide over a long period of time, and compromised citizens' data of other countries on a large scale? The international community is quite clear about that. We urge the U.S. to reflect on its own behavior, stop unwanted vilification against China, stop making China an issue in its elections, and act more in ways conducive to China-U.S. relations. Next question, please.
美联社，你认为特朗普总统的言论会对习主席的可能的访美之旅有影响吗？
I have just stated our position. We urge the U.S. stop making China an issue in elections and do more things conducive to China-U.S. relations.
Thank you. The Philippines is
菲律宾方面谴责中国发布了一个视频，将菲律宾人描绘成猴子。并且反驳了中方的南海仲裁案的回应，请问中方对此有何评论？
关于你提到的网络上的有关视频，不代表官方立场，我不做评论。我想强调的是，中方在南海仲裁案问题上的立场是明确的、一贯的。南海仲裁案是披着法律伪装的政治闹剧， 所谓的裁决非法、无效，没有拘束力。
哦，
是仅仅是刚才这一个问题，还是 just last question？OK，好，请我们工作人员检查一下。现在可以了吗？
So can you hear the interpreter now? So now I will repeat the answer for you.
The video mentioned does not represent government position. I have no comment on that. Let me stress that China's position on the South China Sea arbitration is clear and consistent. The arbitration is a political farce masqueraded as a legal process. The so-called award is illegal, null and void, and has no binding force. Thank you.
可以了，可以了。好，这位女士，
A question from Folha de São Paulo.
上保罗夜报。昨天，美国宣布对巴西产品加征新一轮单边关税，因为就301条款调查，其中一项指控称巴西名为 PIX 的支付系统使美国企业处于不利地位，请问中方对此有何评论？
关税战
Tariff wars have no winners and do not serve any party's interest. China stands ready to work with Brazil and other countries to uphold the WTO-centered multilateral trading system and defend international fairness and justice. Next question, please.
Thank you. Bloomberg again.
彭博社，特朗普政府称将宣布对外国学生记者实行固定停留期限，请问外交部对此有何回应？
你指的是美国国土安全部？
You're mentioning the policy of the Department of Homeland.
美方对人文交流设限。
The U.S. restrictions on people-to-people exchanges do not serve any party's interest. China firmly rejects the U.S. discriminatory move targeting certain countries. The new rules of the U.S. seriously violate the 3 common understandings between China and the U.S. on media issues reached in 2021 and seriously affect Chinese media's normal work in the U.S. China urges the U.S. to withdraw at once the discriminatory policies against Chinese journalists and earnestly protect Chinese journalists' lawful rights and interests in the U.S. China reserves the right to take reciprocal countermeasures. Next question, please.
Another question.
路透社，中国要求泰国遣返一名记者，称其遭受到了政治压迫，并且因为其涉嫌腐败。请问外交部对此有何评论？
据了解，
As far as I'm concerned, Bai Zhaodong is questioned as a crime of questioning, and China has asked Thailand for its. China will conduct cooperation on law enforcement and conduct cooperation in anti-crimes. Next question, please.
Thank you. For Global Brazil.
有关美国对巴西施加的关税，过去中国曾表达愿支持巴西保护自身。请问中方是否会在多边场合支持巴西吗？中方将如何支持巴西？
我愿意重申。
Let me stress that China stands ready to work with Brazil to stay in communication and to work with Brazil and other countries to jointly safeguard the WTO-centered international multilateral trading system and defend international fairness and justice. On specifics, I do refer you to competent authorities.
Another question from Reuters.
路透社，新西兰有关部分称，就关闭台代表处发表评论。请问外交部对巴方此举，新西兰对巴方此举的担忧有何回应？
我们此前已经
We have already made our position clear before. The government of Papua New Guinea has decided to close their Taipei office of economic affairs in Papua New Guinea. China highly commends that. This once again demonstrates that upholding the One China principle is what the international consensus meets and the arc of history bends. Next question, please.
大家还有其他问题吗？
Any other question?
好，那今天的记者会就到这里。
This is all for today's press conference. Thank you for coming and happy weekend.